Dear Diary, I want to be a successful person. I want to have my dream job, travel all the time, have ideal body, favorite hobby, have a lot of money, and be popular.
But right now I'd like to watch this new Netflix film. If you recognize yourself in that person, you're probably one of millions of people who have their plans, their dreams, their goals, but are stopped from reaching them because of their procrastination, laziness, and things like that. But you know what? There is a little key that is hide in the mistakes and wrong patterns that people usually do while they set their goals and try to reach them. And preventing these mistakes and wrong cycles, we can actually do something that is important and reach our goals. And the first mistake that people usually do when they try to set their goals is that they treat their future selves as complete strangers. This psychologist at UCLA tested the distinction between current and future you. People are asked to think of celebrities and their future selves, like people 10 years from now. And you know what? Psychologists realized that there's no difference between brain's activity while these people were thinking of their celebrities or their future selves. So the future self and past self are more like another person because we cannot experience future selves and past selves the way we experience our present selves. That's why I cringe when the Facebook memories appear. I just cannot understand how 10 years old version of me just posted that ugly photos. And this is the truth because 10 years old version of me is a complete stranger for me right now. Thank God. So having that idea, you can understand why it's so hard to reach the goal that you set, because you set your goals for a complete stranger, for a person in the future, and your brain just cannot realize that all of the tasks should be done by you. So in order to prevent this mistake, you should set a little bit less goals than you usually do, or divide your list of the goals at least by 2. In this way, you're going to be more concentrated and the chance that you will actually reach your goal will be higher. The next mistake, for side goals for distant selves. As a rule of thumb, we are tend to set goals for upcoming year or 5 years, and being under that uncertainty, our brain starts to procrastinate. And I know that state pretty well, when I see the goal that I want to be a successful YouTuber, but I have no idea what should I do right now. Like, should I create the name of my channel, or should I buy a new camera, or maybe I should think of the topic of my video, or maybe I just need to start vlogging. And my brain just tries to avoid that uncertainty, and that's why instead of all of that stuff, I choose to scroll my Instagram. In order to get out of that wrong pattern, you should create concrete goals for upcoming 90 days. Because, it would sound more concrete when you have the plans for 90 days than the plans for 365 days, right? Quite frequently, you can just divide your huge goals into small steps. Because remember, the brain tries to avoid uncertainty. And while you have a concrete action plan, it's far easier for you to start to do something. So for example, I have a goal for the next 90 days to start learning foreign language. In order to do that, for the first month, I have the next plans. I need to write down a plan, search for the books, take a course, learn 100 new words, see 5 movies, and read 1 book, just for example. The next month, I have another plan. Create my personal blog in English, learn another 100 words, see 5 movies, read another book. And for the third month, I have another plan. I need to join speaking community in order to practice my speaking skills, learn another 100 words, review my system, maybe try another habits in order to learn a language, and things like that. So you have a concrete actions and you will have a clear picture of what you should do, and in the next Monday morning you will be so motivated to start to do something, seeing that concrete plan. Because having a goal, I need to learn Spanish, you will see that sentence and you will think, okay, but what should I really do in order to learn Spanish? And having a lot of triggers that will try to distract you from your goals, you will easily just leave that idea and start scrolling your Instagram. And this cycle will repeat the next day and all following days. By the way, I like to use this system when I procrastinate on something. For example, when I have a huge task ahead, like, big project from chemistry, and I don't want to really do that, I get the pen and a piece of the paper and I try to write down each and every step, superficial step that I need to do in order to complete that project. I write something like, open my laptop, read the first 5 articles on that topic, then open the book and write 2 paragraphs related to that topic, open the Word document and start writing the most important information and things like that. You know, in such a way my brain again sees that there's actually no uncertainty and I know each and every step that I should do, and I start doing something. The third common mistake: we don't consider the obstacles that will undoubtedly appear on our way. Being in that motivational atmosphere, we try to set our goals, we think of the ideal way we're gonna go to them, we think of ideal days that we're gonna have, but we don't think of the problems that will undoubtedly appear. We don't consider that there will be a lot of days when we will not have this mood in order to do something for our goals. We don't consider the problems like one of our relatives can get sick and we will not be able to do something important. In case of girls and women, we don't usually consider our menstrual cycle, which by the way exerts a huge impact on our productivity, so I know that boys are not interested in, but girls, if you're interested in that topic, write in the comments down below and I will create a video about it. So, you make a huge mistake when you feel so enthusiastic about your goals. Don't forget that you will have a lot of obstacles on your way, so that again, try to divide your list of the goals by 2 at least. It's far better to have less goals that will be completed at the end of the day than having a lot of goals and doing nothing with them. The last thing that can have a huge impact on your productivity and whole success is with the halo effect. This effect explains the cycle in which you regret what you've done and go back for more. It's so easy to explain it using an example of a diet. For example, imagine the person who is on the diet and eating the cookies is strictly forbidden. But eventually this person eats 2 cookies and then his or her brain starts to think, okay, we've already broke this cycle, so maybe we just need to forget about that ideal body shape and go back and eat the whole plate of the cookies. So it started with 2 cookies, but at the end of the day, person eats the whole plate of cookies. By the way, it can easily happen with you when you try to have a productive day, but you procrastinated half of the day and logically you have another half of the day ahead, but because of that thoughts that, oh my god, I procrastinated the first half of the day, so maybe it's just not my day and yeah, I'm gonna procrastinate the rest of my day. You tend to procrastinate the rest of your day. So in order to get out of that wrong pattern, psychologist advises you to do the next. When you failed, take a moment to describe the emotions you're feeling. Do you feel self-critical? If so, what do you say to yourself? Slow down, think of your emotions, and don't do some quick actions. Normalize the setback. I'm not the only person who has polished off half of a pan of a dessert, and it probably won't be the last time. So you need to understand that, okay, you failed a little bit, but this is not the last time you're gonna do that, and just try to calm down. What would you say to a friend who experienced the same setback? We beat ourselves up tremendously when we fail, but would it be just as harsh if your friend approached you with the same setback? So think of the advices you would give to your friend with that scenario, and just give these advices to yourself and slow down. Okay, let's conclude all information. Write your plans for upcoming 90 days. Divide them so that you can concentrate on specific and the most important tasks. Divide each goal into your action plan. Specific actions for every month. Remember, I talked about foreign language. Every single week, rewatch your main goals so that you can plan your every week. And I really advise you to have no more than 3 main tasks per week to accomplish, because remember, a lot of obstacles will appear in your way and it's far easier to have 3 main tasks. At the end of each month, try to conclude what you've done, what you haven't done, what you've done perfectly, what you've done badly, and try to understand the reasons you did something or didn't do something. By doing that, you can analyze what is the best system that works for you and reach your success. Okay guys, that was everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this video revealed several secrets to you of how to be more productive, more successful, and set right goals. If this is the truth, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.